Hi folks, HR Funk here, coming to you from the range for part 2 of my comparison between two AR-15 upper receivers. The one you see in front of you is an Aero precision upper. The other one that you'll see shortly is from Trybe Defense. And if you saw part 1 of this evaluation, you already know that I went over all of the characteristics and features of these two upper receivers, and I brought them out here for an accuracy test. And in that test, accuracy-wise, they were both running pretty close. There was not a great deal of difference, even though the Aero Precision is the more pricey of the two. Although I did notice recently on Optics Planet these are on sale, so if you're interested in one of these, check out OP and also take a look at the info section of this video because you might find something to help you out with your order. But the Trybe Defense is the more value-minded option of the two, and again, the accuracy was looking pretty good. And I started thinking about that assessment, and it occurred to me that the scope that I was using, while perfectly fine for general shooting duties, might not have been quite precise enough to really demonstrate any difference in accuracy between these two uppers and their respective barrels. So I decided to give this another try with a different scope, and this scope comes to me by the good graces of my friend Rick, who is Black Rifle here on YouTube. If you go to Black Rifle, you'll be able to find all of his videos, and Rick is a former Army sniper, so he's got that experience going for him. He sent me this scope to try out, and it certainly is going to be precise enough. This is a Hilux Phenom, which features a maximum magnification of 30 power, a 56mm objective, and a 34mm tube. So I don't think I'm going to have any problem with precise shot placement when it comes to using this particular scope. And I'm going to try the ammunition that performed best in my original evaluation. There were two of them. One you see right here. This is Federal 77 grain gold medal match. And I also have a SIG 77 grain match load. I'm going to be shooting 3-shot groups, and I've mentioned this before. Some folks get upset about that. They want to see 5 shots, 10 shots, 20 shots, whatever. I have a limited supply of this ammo, so I'm going to be shooting 3-shot groups, and that's going to have to be good enough. Also, I'm going to be using my Mad Bomber target today because it's always kind of fun to use that particular target and see if we can stop our Mad Bomber from carrying out his dastardly deed. So I'm going to be using precise aiming points on that target with this scope to once again see if I can discern any real accuracy difference between these two AR-15 uppers. So here we go. All right, folks, let's see how the Federal Gold Medal Match ammunition does out of the Aero Precision upper with a more precise optic and a better point of aim. By the way, my point of aim is going to be the inside corner of the Mad Bomber's right eye. Let's see, 2 of the shots from here. I can't see the third one. Looks like I'm hitting a little bit to the right, so could be my zero was off slightly, but I am looking at group size, not necessarily the group location. Turns out there's a reason I could only see 2 holes in the target from back there, folks. That's because 2 bullets went through the same exact hole. I played the video back to verify that. They are both there, and that 3-shot group is going to come in at 3/4 of an inch, actually just shy of 3/4 of an inch. So nice performance from the Federal Gold Medal Match. Now let's go back and give it a try with that SIG match load and see how it does. So test number 2, and this time it's going to be with the SIG 77 grain match load. This time I'm going to go for the inside corner of the Mad Bomber's left eye. And I did go 1 click left windage, so we'll see if that compensates a little bit more. And let's see how the SIG load does. There's 3 shots down range. Let's go take a look. So just a reminder, folks, neither one of these barrels is rated as being match grade. Even so, that SIG match load is coming in at just over an inch, about 1 1/8 inches. So not quite as accurate as we saw with the Federal Gold Medal match, but still a respectable group. Now I'm going to go back and swap that scope over to the Trybe Defense upper. I'll do a quick ReZero, and then we'll see how it does on this 100-yard accuracy test. Here we go, folks. This is the same lower receiver with the same trigger, the same scope, but now I have the Trybe Defense upper with the Trybe Defense barrel. In just a couple of minutes, I'm going to start to shoot and see what the accuracy looks like from this upper receiver barrel combination with the more precise optic mounted. And one thing that made this very easy out here, folks, is once again, I'm using one of these UTG quick release scope mounts. I mentioned this recently in a previous video. These things are great because I was essentially just able to unclip this from the Aero Precision upper, put it down, clamp it on to the Trybe Defense upper, and it just makes that very, very simple. Thanks to the folks at Optics Planet for getting this one to me. This is a 34mm mount for this scope, and it just helps out a lot. One thing that doesn't happen though when I transition from one upper to the other is the point of impact doesn't stay the same. Not surprisingly, different upper, different barrel. This thing has been unclamped, reclamped, and all that. And even the 1913 rail on top is slightly different dimensions because I had to adjust the mount slightly to get a good, tight clamp onto this upper receiver. So I did have to fire a few shots and ReZero everything. I think I have a good 100-yard zero. We're going to find out here momentarily. I'm once again going to start out with the 77 grain Federal Gold Medal match load. My point of aim again is going to be the inside corner of the right eye of the Mad Bomber. So let's see how it goes. There's 3 down range. They look pretty good through the scope. Let's go take a look. That time I didn't quite have 2 shots through the same hole, but those 2 tried. Overall group size there is 5/8 of an inch. So just over half minute of angle for those 3 shots. With the Aero Precision, we had just shy of 3/4 of an inch. So not a great deal of difference, but still, the Trybe Defense, even though it's the more value-priced upper receiver and barrel, is actually doing just a little bit better. So let's go back and try the SIG load now and see how it does. Here we go, folks. Last 3-shot group. Once again with the 77 grain SIG Sauer marksman load. Let's see. This is close to a tie. A little bit of an edge for the Trybe Defense upper. Let's see what happens with these last 3 shots. Again, my point of aim this time is going to be the inside corner of the left eye, and that reminds me, I was going to make a slight windage correction before I fire this. So let's see what happens. There's 3 down range. Let's go take a look. Remember, the Aero Precision upper with the 77 grain SIG load had a group that measured 1 1/8 inches. This 3-shot group from the Trybe Defense upper, if I can get it so you can see it, is right at 1 inch. So in terms of pure accuracy, the lesser expensive Trybe Defense upper / barrel combination has a slight accuracy advantage over the more expensive Aero Precision, at least with me shooting with the ammunition that I've been using under the conditions I've been shooting under and everything else. But it's very, very close, and I'm going to have some final thoughts here at the end of the video where I talk about a few other considerations with regard to these 2 uppers, but in terms of pure accuracy, and once again for a non-match rated barrel, that Trybe Defense that's selling for sub $300, or at least it was the last time I looked at it, really is impressing me. That is tremendous accuracy that I'm seeing with that particular upper receiver and barrel. So as I wrap up this battle of the upper receivers, the first thing I want to say is there's not a wrong choice between these two. The Aero Precision upper, I think, is a little bit better in terms of its machining quality, in terms of its overall appearance, probably in terms of its overall build quality. So if you're looking for something that's going to look good and perform very well, I don't think you're going to go wrong with the Aero Precision. As I said earlier in the video, both of these uppers have been 100% reliable. Remember, with the Aero Precision, you do not get this particular upper receiver with a charging handle or a bolt carrier group that comes extra. With the Trybe Defense, again, the accuracy has been outstanding. It's a little rougher in its construction quality, but not much. But then again, you're also paying considerably less for this upper receiver than you are for the Aero Precision. So if you're looking for an upper that's going to do everything you want it to do, and really with either one of these, anything but maybe the most precise type of shooting out there, anything below that, either one of these is going to work very well. And it just depends on whether you want something that's a little bit more refined in terms of its materials and build quality, or if you want something that's going to certainly be good enough and you can pay a little bit less for it. Also, before I wrap things up, I want to be sure to say thanks again to the folks at Optics Planet for sponsoring this video and allowing me to bring you this comparison. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks to my friend Rick, Black Rifle here on YouTube, for sending me this scope to be able to use as part of this evaluation. And thanks to all of you for watching. That's going to do it for now. If you have any questions or comments about this video, as always, make sure you forward those to me. Remember, check the information section of this video. There's some things in there that might help you out, especially if you're looking at anything like this from Optics Planet. If you're looking at things from House of Pain, Targets Online, any of those, be sure to check things out in the info section. Again, wish I could say more, but such are the conditions that I'm working in these days. In any case, see you next time, folks, and until then, good shooting. Bye-bye.